Yes, the gang back together, yeah? Sorry about the fucking. Yeah, man. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. Yes or no? Someone says you're back in business. Yeah, man. I kind of missed the streams, innit? I've been doing a few little short videos. Went to Wakey Wines. That was a bit corny, so we're back to the fucking streaming. What's going on with it? Can you hear me all right, yeah? Check. I'm doing this stream on my phone, innit? You know, because my laptop's still a bit fucked up. Boxing King Media's bitch is back. Yeah, man, loud and clear, yeah? Good audio, good. The visuals, it's like a little, whatever. It's just not as good as on my laptop, you know, because there's no, like, women, there's no, like, background. I've got a bit of background there, but it's not quite as good as it. PayPal in the bio, online beggar. Yeah, I put my PayPal in the description. It's not like I'm begging, you know what I mean? I just thought, whatever. Just finished training, getting ready for my fight in about 5 weeks. I was a bit worried because I thought it was on the same day as Joshua and Ngannou, innit? Which the day after. They're fighting on a Friday, so. Yeah, I'm fighting on Saturday, March the 9th. So I've just been training. This fight here, is it fucking frozen or something? Is it still playing okay, yeah? Yeah, you see that fight that I had with that black guy in Dudley? It was just all wrong. You know, the preparations, it was all wrong. I didn't run. Yeah, I've started running. I've just been on the treadmill. Um, for that fight, I was in a fitness gym hitting a bag, you know, a light bag, you know, and the bag was just swinging all over the place and it wasn't real. But now I've started sparring again. Did some good sparring yesterday in the Ingle gym, yeah, hitting some heavy bags. My eye sorted out now. I had a big slice in my eye. There was a lot of blood, you know, dripping out of my eyeball because I had like £3,000 worth of surgery. You know, my eyeball, but it's kind of clear now. It's nice and clear. So this guy's getting fucked up, you know, on March the 9th, live on Boxing King Media. Still drinking, still smoking, but I'm gonna cut it out 4 weeks before. So I've got a week, you know, worth of drinking and having a little smoke here and there. So why did you delete your old lives? They're not deleted, they're on private, yeah? Because I got demonetized in it for a couple of weeks. So you can't send any super chats. That's why I put my PayPal, you know, in the description. I'm not begging, I'm just saying, yeah, I've been demonetized in it for a couple of weeks, so. Tyne, save Wakey Wines. Yeah, so me and Boxing King Media, we went to Wakey Wines in it, and it wasn't my idea at all. I didn't wake up one morning and think, I want to go to Wakey Wines, you know what I mean? It was a bit dead, it was a bit corny, but you know that kind of content, it's nice and clean in it. I told you I've been demonetized, you know on YouTube, so you know that little Wakey Wines video. It was a bit cheesy, it was a bit corny, you know, me holding up a jar of sweets. And Wakey Wines stood next to me saying, what's the best shop in Wakefield? And me saying, Wakey Wines, you know what I mean? It was corny, it's not my kind of thing, is it? You know, I keep it real. So it was a bit fake, it was a bit KSI type vibe on it, but a bit childish in it, someone says. Yeah, it was immature, it was childish, it was corny, it was tacky, it wasn't my cup of tea, but it was nice and friendly, you know what I mean? I want the bag, I'm telling you, I've said this before. I can see that Boxing Basement in here talking shit, yeah, saying I've sold out to Boxing King Media. But, you know that Boxing Basement guy, you know, in his little description, he's got, please donate. And he's got his cash up, you know what I mean? He's begging for little donations. And he's having a go at me, you know, for going down the financial route and trying to stay nice and clean and, you know, get that bag. But yeah, if you want me to make my videos and my lives, you know, public, I can just make them public, innit? I made the Ingle Gym tour public. You know, that live that I did. Boxing King Media, he's doing bits, to be honest. But it makes Coogan mad watching him back you. Yeah, of course it does. Coogan was hoping that I'd get blackballed because he's like pally innit, with that fucking Hor Phelps and Rob Tebbert and that Radio Raheem, you know what I mean? So they all sit together and have little chats, you know, about me. You know, trying to blackball me and that. But then Boxing King Media burst onto the scene. He's got nearly 700,000 subscribers, so he's overtook Boxing Social. He's fucking close to overtaking IFL. Seconds out as well. So it's a nice little setup, you know, with me and him. We've got a video coming up with this OnlyFans woman as well, which is going to be the best sort of content, you know what I mean, that we've done so far. You should put your old lives back on public. Yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that. Some people are saying that Boxing King Media told me to take them down. You know what I mean? And he owns me because he got my laptop back, you know, from the police, which isn't true. I see that fucking what's his name? Boxing Basement's trying to create a little narrative, you know, a little story. You know, like saying, oh, Ty made a comment about Coogan's daughter, which resulted in him getting arrested and having his laptop seized. And Boxing King Media helped me get my laptop back from the police. And now that he'd done that for me, he now owns me. And he's made me delete all my lives. He's just making up stories, man. No one owns me. Boxing King Media says to me, oh, don't have a go at that little so-called excellent guy, because he pays for my travel and my hotels and my food and this and that. But I don't care. I'm my own man, you know what I mean? You came to me. I like him, innit? I'm not trying to diss him, but you came to me on the back of my videos. And I'm glad you did, but you can't come to me on the back of my videos and expect me to change and start acting all nice and friendly, you know, with these fuckers in boxing. It's not gonna happen. Boxing King Media owns Ty like P. Diddy owns those rappers he bombs. Laughing face. Yeah, good comment, good comment. But it's not true. Yeah, man, keep being yourself. That's it. No one owns me. Nobody. But at the same time, you got to kind of play the game, innit? You know, YouTube, they don't like... I got demonetized shortly after I did that video, you know, about those transformers boxing biological women in boxing. That's when I got demonetized for a few weeks, innit? So YouTube, they don't like that kind of shit. So if I'm gonna get to the bag, I have to play the game, innit? To a degree. But I'm always gonna be myself, man. How many chicken nuggets did your dad eat in a day? My dad died of stomach cancer, you know, from eating them chicken nuggets from McDonald's. He used to go there every night. He used to get 6 chicken nuggets, fries, and a hot chocolate, you know, and some apple pie, so it finished him off. Backfired, didn't it? sold your soul like Lil Nas X. That's that black zesty fucker. You know, the little rapper. But come on, man, you don't see me in a dress, do you? This boxing basement's tried to copy my style, you know what I mean? He's tried to, follow the blueprint. He's tried to do that, hasn't he? He's all right though. His content is kind of based. He talks about the elites, and nonsense and stuff like that. They're trying to normalize like nonsense and shit like that. He talks about that thing that kept us in for 2 years and shit like, yeah, it's good stuff, man. He talks about Jeffrey Epstein and, what's his name? What's that guy called? Tom Hanks. Barry Earn, he talks about stuff like that, so he's kind of based in it, but YouTube don't like that kind of shit. So, if you want to get to the bag, I want money, I want pussy, I've told you before, that's it, that's my driving fucking force, innit? So I have to sell out a little bit, go into wakey wines. Ring a takeaway, yeah. So I've just got back from the gym. It was getting a bit late in it, so I didn't have time to eat. So I just got straight on the alcohol, the Desperados. But I'm gonna order a nice Zinger burger and chips, after this. Is this channel demonetized for a couple of weeks? Yeah. Tying box YB on the Misfits event. You don't want it, does he? You don't. He hasn't really progressed. He hasn't really, I've kind of gone to wakey wines and I've expanded and I've got a fight in a few weeks and I've got a little video coming up soon, with an OnlyFans woman. He hasn't progressed. He fucking got demonetized himself, for buying subscribers. So you don't want it. Order some ass to eat. Boxing Basement says YB is a clown. Miles Crouch Anderson working for the Vampire Squid. Yeah, he gave up a good job, in a bank. Goldman Sachs, to do the YouTube, and it hasn't really worked for him at all, has it? He took the risk, but it backfired. Is it the same OnlyFans women as last time? Nah. This OnlyFans woman, she's like a little boxer, isn't it? Eubank's son definitely going to jail for grape, yeah. Where is Kid Gallard at? He's training some rich Indians, in the gym. He's doing like private one-on-one sessions, you know what I mean? So Barry, Kid Gallard, he's done well out of boxing. He's got like 6 houses. And he rents them out, to different people and that. And he's training some rich Indians. So he's done well. And I started before him, so it's left a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth, you know what I mean? That's why I need to fucking really succeed, in YouTube. Even if it means me going to wakey wines and holding up a fucking jar of sweets. Do you still talk to Ebony Bridges now? When she was a little nobody, she's still a nobody, isn't she? She's still nothing. She was born with a pussy, yeah. She's got fake tits, so she uses that, you know, to get some OnlyFans subscriptions and sponsors and that. But she's not that good, is she? She's not a good boxer. You don't have to be a good boxer, you know, in women's boxing. Women's boxing is shit, man. You can turn pro and just box for a world title, you know, in your first fight, so. How's your mum's mortgage? I ain't spoke to my mum, you know, since she slapped me the last time I seen her about 4 months ago. She was trying to show off, you know, at the family wedding. She slapped me twice, you know, trying to act bad and that, trying to act gangster, trying to show off. It was pathetic, but I ain't spoke to her since. And then she sent me a Happy New Year's message, you know, on New Year's Eve. I was like, nah, fuck that. You only get one mum tie, yeah, I know. As soon as this fight's over, I'm just moving back to Nottingham, innit? That's why I haven't been regular, you know, with the uploads, because I've been like preparing, you know, my move back to Notts. Sheffield's a shithole, man. I don't know anybody here. It's just full of like Somalians and Slovakians and fucking Asians. It's just fucking horrible, man. I don't want to sound racist, innit, but I want to go back to my old area, you know, in Nottingham, and just go to the local pub and have a little Guinness and blackcurrant and play some pool, you know, with some old friends. I don't know anybody here. You see, when I go back to Notts now, yeah, I go to the local pub, have a few Guinness and blackcurrants, have a game of pool, you know, with my old friends, go and see my brother, you know, have a nice time. But then I have to wait for like the first train back to Sheffield, you know, at 6 a.m. So I just hang around town, you know, talking to fucking homeless women, you know, while I wait for my train back to Sheffield. It's not worth it, man. I need to be back in Nottingham. You know, do a bit of body sparring with Lee Wood. Right, this battery's on 20%. Let me just go and get my charger, yeah? You told me to stick to boxing, do what man know. So I've just been doing like boxing content, and I ain't been doing any prostitute videos or anything like that, but my mate nearly got robbed by some Somalians in a fucking ugly place, innit? So I need to get the fuck. Go back to my local pub. Is it lagging, yeah? It's because the battery's low, man. El Brook is a dirty 304. Yeah, so the OnlyFans woman that I've done a little video with, it's not that El Brook. She's already been taken by that Fred Talks Fighting guy. You know, I've been on his channel before. He's a nice guy. He's got a good channel, but it's not her. It's someone else in it. I wanted to go with some like unknown woman. You know what I mean? Just to freshen it up a bit, because she's been ran through already. You know, by that little Fred Talks Fighting guy. So I wanted to get some, yeah. Time, what do you think about Triple R snitching on you when the Predator police came round to his house? Yeah, I fucked him off after that. The police went round to his house, yeah. And like, he said to them, has this got anything to do with Ty and Boov? You know what I mean? You know, trying to fucking mention me in his bullshit. You know, trying to get me involved. Fuck, the guy's an idiot, man. I ain't got time for it. Why would I be involved? You know what I mean? And then he's like messaging me saying, oh yeah, I watched your video the other day and yeah, I agree with what you said, you know, just go and do your own thing. Go and do your own thing. I've always fucking done my own thing. Me and you have never done anything together other than when you've come up to me in the streets and got your phone out and started recording, you know, to get a bit of content. Me and you have never done anything together. So I don't know why he's saying to me, yeah, just go off and do your own thing. Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind. Just go and do your own thing. I've always fucking done my own thing. What are you talking about? And stop fucking mentioning me to the police as well. Trying to bring me into your shit. Why would it have anything to do with me? You know, and then when we was in a taxi, he's asking me if I've ever raped anybody. You know, in front of the taxi driver. The guy's an idiot, man. Triple Venables, yeah. John Venables is the guy, you know, who murdered that little James Bulger. You know, when he was a kid, when they were all kids, they kind of took him away from his parents. There was two of them, John Venables and someone else. And they took him down to a railway track, you know, and threw a load of bricks at him and battered him and just left him on there, you know, to die. So that Triple R guy, people are saying it's him. Because that one of them guys who murdered that James Bulger got put in witness protection. But they've kind of come out of it and they've downloaded a load of child porn. So they're saying it's that Triple R, and it won't surprise me, you know, the way he acts. He's suspicious, man. Well, yeah, it's good to see the cult back together, man. I kind of miss the streams, innit? I miss the streams, man. All that Wakey Wine bullshit. You know, Wakey Wine, when I went to go and see him. He asked me to hold up a jar of sweets, you know what I mean? So he could make a little video, and he got his brother to hold his phone, you know, to record it. And Wakey Wine was stood next to me. And he said to me, what's the best shop in Wake? Check. That's what I mean, man. Give me a nice donut. Ty, and I dissed Coogan for you and gave you £100. And man's paying me back like this. Bro, listen. When you fucking mention my name to the police, yeah, you're snitching. I don't deal with snitchers, man. You know what I mean? Your shit with the police has got... Why would it have anything to do with me? Why would it have anything to do with me? Like, why would you even mention my name to the police? So I'm not going to sell out, you know, because you give me a few super chats. Yeah, I appreciate it, but I can't fucking be around snitches, man. Sonny Edwards, you know, people like that. Oh, it keeps freezing, man. Triple R, not living by the code of the streets. Yeah. That boxing basement guy, yeah, he's all right, man. He's all right. He's got some decent content. He's pretty based, you know what I mean? Like I say, he speaks out about the elites, you know what I mean? And talks about noncery, you know, in the elites and how they're trying to normalize it and how they're trying to get these little drag queens, you know, to go to schools and slap the little kids on their bums, you know, saying, oh, this is what used to happen to kids back in the day. They used to get caned, you know, and they would like slap the bums, you know, the little kids, you know, these little drag queens. It's fucking disgusting, man. I like having a little laugh and joke, you know, about noncery and stuff like that, but it's going too far, innit? And you know, some of these transformers, they had like a little pride parade, and they were singing songs like, we're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children, you know what I mean? What's happened to the laptop? It's just wear and tear, innit? Might have a few viruses on it, so it was a bit slow, you know, the last time I did a stream. But yeah, what you saying about this stream? It's all right, innit? It's decent. It's decent. We'll get back to it, man. If you want to give me a little PayPal, you can do. The link's in the description, innit? Triple B can't wait to make a video about this. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, he's obsessed with me. I watch his streams sometimes and he's just talking about me all the time, you know what I mean? Saying I've sold my soul to Boxing King Media. Nobody owns me. I just want the money, you know what I mean? So if it means me having to water down a little bit and go to Wakey Wines and fucking go and see Brendan's brother, you know, in Dublin and have a little shit conversation with him and this and that, I'll do it, innit? Because YouTube's fucking irritating. So sometimes you have to play the game. You know, Brendan Ingle used to say to Johnny Nelson and the rest of us, play the white man. Yeah? So what he basically meant by that is like, Johnny, like imagine if Johnny Nelson went to a Sky Sports show, yeah, where he's working and he turned up in a string vest, you know what I mean? And he had a fucking baseball cap on, you know, at the side, like, and he was swearing and he had two fucking big spliffs behind both of his ears, you know, saying, in it, fam. You know, it's not going to work, is it? So sometimes you have to play the white man. Play the game, blood. Wakey Wines. Play the white man. Don't be a fucking nigger. Wearing a string vest with two spliffs behind your ears. Yeah? Play the game, man. Why did Brendan decide to call Fidel Castro Smith and Clifton Mitchell Slugger O'Toole and Paddy Riley? I don't know. Yeah, Irish depends, innit? When he coming back to Dudley, my £10 ticket was well worth it. I'll be back there March the 9th. So if any of you want to come down, just come down in it, or you can watch it on Boxing King Media's channel. It's a bit laggy, this. Someone says, yeah, it's because I'm on my phone, innit? Did you ever spar Khalif? Did you ever spar Khalik Shafiq? No, I didn't spar with him, but I heard about him, innit? He was like the next up and comer, you know, in the gym. So Naseem Ahmed, he didn't like him, you know, because this little Khalid Shafiq guy was supposed to be the up and coming guy. So Naz didn't like him, innit? But that guy was a bit of a gangster, you know, that Khalid Shafiq. So Naz can't really fuck with him, but you know, Naz, he was supposed to have been a cunt, you know, with some of the guys in the gym who looked like they were the next up and comers. Like Naz, he went up to this kid in the gym and said to him, "Tie my gloves." And the kid said to him, "Say please." And Naz said, "You know who I am? Just tie my fucking gloves." And the kid said, "Not until you say please." So Naz punched him in his stomach, you know, the little kid. So then the kid went and told his mum and dad, innit? And the police got involved, you know, because Naz punched the little kid in his stomach, so. Bitch ass pigs took your laptop, you paedophile. Nah, they took my laptop, but they didn't. They gave it me back, you know, about a month later. Sent a little PayPal. My bird said thanks for that feature on the Instagram story, yeah? No problem, man. Is it true Chris Saunders KO'd Naz in sparring? Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well. There's a guy called Chris Saunders who was a British champ. He was in like Fight of the Year against a guy called Kevin Lushing. And I used to spar him. He was like a British champ, you know, welterweight. And he was sparring with Naz, you know, body sparring. And Naz kept hitting him to the face. I was talking to a guy in the gym the other day who I sparred with. And he was telling me the story. I've heard the story many times, but Naz hit him in the face, you know, that Chris Saunders, you know, during body sparring. So this Chris Saunders, he had a big punch. I used to spar with him. And he just hit Naz, you know, and knocked him out. Why do you hang around Kellam Island telling people, you know, KSI? I used to drive to Kellam Island. It's like a prostitute area, you know, in Sheffield. I used to go there all the time, you know, and get little blowjobs and that for a tenner, you know, after training. Because it was just easy. I'm not really a sociable guy, so I don't really like talking to women. You know what I mean? I'm not really into that. You know, listening to a woman talk shit about her job and what star sign she is and what her brother and sister do for a living and all this bullshit. I ain't got time for it, so I used to just pay a tenner, you know, for a little blowjob and that. It was alright. And they know how to do it properly as well, because they do it every single day, year after year, so they've got that expertise. I used to drive there in my Ford Focus, you know, and I used to like park up in a little alley and I put the seat back, you know, so I was like laying down and I'd like wank, you know, just to get it going, So as soon as they got in the car, I had the tenner there ready, you know, on the seat. So, yeah. Did they make you wear a Johnny? Yeah, they didn't make me, but obviously I'm going to do the honor. You know, be safe. Well, yeah, just for the record, I haven't sold my soul to anybody, yeah? You lot are wankers, you know what I mean? You want pussy, don't you? But what helps a man get pussy? Money, innit? So, you just gotta fucking play the game, man. Go to Wakey Wines, do little silly videos, little corny, cringe, little cheesy fucking videos, yeah? You know, just to get the bag. Right, 36 minutes. Thanks to everyone who's given me a PayPal, really supporting. I appreciate that. They're popping up. Made a few quid. Yeah, what do you think of Joshua? Ty, would you fuck a good-looking trans? Be real. Nah. Yeah, what do you think of Joshua wearing one of these all the time, man? You know that Ariel Awani? He asked Joshua, like, what's that all about? What's all that shit about, man? What are you listening to here? And Joshua, he tried to laugh his way out of it, and he said, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. But I think it's his media trainer, like telling him what to say, in press conferences and that. 'Cause it's like, why has he got one of them in? He's being fed information to say, you know what I mean? He's trying to say the right thing, innit, Joshua? He's trying to not offend that little so-called excellent guy. What's his name? Chicken or something like that. Chicken. Oh, Turkey, that's it. Turkey. Time being fed information by Hex Toys. Yeah, it's sad what happened to him, innit? It's a bit fucking... Ty, let me bang your daughter, please. I know what you mean, man. I need to have another daughter, innit? That's the thing about money. Money gets you pussy as a man. So what happens when you fuck women? You get them pregnant. So then you got a nice little daughter, aren't you? So it's the path I want to go down. I want to go down that financial path. You can say I've sold out all you like, but money's money, innit? Have you ever found money on the floor? I found £80 on the floor. And I was buzzing, so it's just one of them things, innit? Like I say, you lot are wankers. You don't want to fucking wank, do you? You want to fuck pussy, man, but because you're not at that financial level, it's like you have to make do with fucking wanking, man. So it's on you, innit, to figure it out. Maybe join Andrew Tate's Hustlers University, and just step up. That Hex Toys, he told me that he joined Andrew Tate's Hustler University, where it's like $3,000 a month, because he joined like the high level one. And yeah, he said it benefited him. Firstly, can I thank His Excellency, Mr. X? Yes. Did you see that little press conference the other day with Joshua and Ngannou, with Fish Eyes and Eddie Earn were like looking up at that so-called excellent guy, Chicken or whatever his name is. And they were like smiling, like a couple of fucking rent boys. They were like looking up at him like that while he was giving his little speech. And they were sat next to each other, and it was corny, man. Them guys used to hate each other, but now that little fucking Chicken guy's dangling a little carrot in front of him. They're sucking up to him, aren't they? Fucking bowing down to him and that. They've conveniently forgotten about the hatred that they had for each other. Eddie Earn and Fish Eyes. So they're sucking up to that fucking so-called excellent guy, Chicken, or whatever his name is. Turkey, that's it. Yeah, man. I missed the streams in it. I missed them, man. So I thought, come on, get back on it, man. Get back on it. I'll make some of the private ones public in it so we can go back and reminisce, on the great streams that we've had over the years, man. They've been good, on there. Do you still wash your ass in the bath? Yeah. You gotta do it, man. You gotta wash your ass, when you fucking go toilet. You can't use tissue, man. You can't. You gotta use fucking water. I use tissue at first, yeah. And then I sit on the side of the bath and I get the shower and I like blast my arse crack, with the shower. Hot water like blasting into my arse crack. And then I've got like plastic gloves. There's one here actually. You see this here? I take one of these gloves, yeah, and I put it on and I put my hand under the tap and I just start like, like wiping my arse, with that glove and then putting it under the tap to rinse my hand. And then I do that again, like just up that way. And then keep rinsing and yeah. It's a bit warm. Zesty little glance, I know. It was a bit it was a bit creepy, wasn't it? When I was like looking down like that. Whatever. Yo, chat, I'm gonna wrap it up, I've enjoyed myself. I really enjoy these streams, man. They make me feel good, man. I had a good workout in the gym getting ready for my fight, on March the 9th. It'd be good if some of you lot turned up. Send me a little PayPal in it for some tickets. The link's in the description. Yeah. Or contribute, so I can get a new laptop. I've got money in it, but I don't want to dig into my money, to fucking buy a laptop. Especially when I've been demonetized, for a few weeks. But yeah, you guys who use tissue, yeah, to wipe your ass. Next time you go toilet, yeah, just use tissue like you normally do. Yeah. And then afterwards, get like a white flannel and like wipe your ass with it, innit? And have a little look at the flannel and see how clean your ass is, just from using tissue. See if it's done the job. You'll fucking be disgusted. At the leftover remnants of shit, dried shit in your fucking ass crack. Wash your ass, man. It's fucking disgusting. It's fucking gross, man. Me and my brother, when we used to like share a bunk bed when we were kids, we used to take off our dirty pants and like chuck them under the fucking bunk bed. So there's like 50 or 100 pants, under the bed with all shit in them, and it's fucking gross, man. But you see, when I moved to Sheffield, I moved in with this Muslim, who's a rapist. And he kind of showed me that it's best to use water, to wash your ass. And I haven't looked back since, so. Do you shit in public toilets? Nah. Nah. If I really need to go, yeah, I'll go to like Starbucks, go to the disabled toilet, where they've got a sink next to the toilet, so and I'll buy some wet wipes and I'll just really clean my ass, innit? Because like I say, that dry tissue business, they don't do anything. It does nothing. If you get shit on your fingers, yeah, You're not gonna wipe it with some tissue, are you? Fucking go and eat a KFC. It's fucking disgusting, man. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it, I think I might have one more cigarette. Why you stop smoking weed like Joe Rogan? Because I want to go against the grain, man. I want to break the generational bullshit, that my family have kind of lived like, over the years. My mum and dad used to smoke weed, and my mum was just in and out of dead end jobs, always broke. When someone used to knock on the door when I was a kid, my mum would say to me and my brother, "Don't answer the door, it might be the bailiffs." And I'd say, what's a bailiff? And she'd say, it's somebody who comes to take your TV, when you don't pay your bills. Joe Rogan is controlled opposition. I've been looking into this whole controlled opposition shit, because some people speak out against the elites. You know what I mean? They have a go at, like, that thing that kept us in for 2 years. And they speak out about these transformers, who try to, like, get involved in women's sports. And, these little transformers who, when they get locked up, when they were men, they get locked up for, like, sex crimes. But then when they're about to go to prison, they conveniently transition, into women. And they go into women's prisons and they fucking grape real women. So, that kind of stuff, yeah. People say Joe Rogan's like paid opposition, and so is David Icke, you know what I mean? But it's like, just say if like Joe Rogan was like pretending to be against the elites or David Icke, but they're really being paid. What then do they do, to benefit the elites, if you know what I mean? They controlled. What do you mean they controlled? Like what? To benefit the elites? Like in what ways? It's kind of deep, innit? Or they distract you from real issues. But aren't they talking about real issues though? Like nonsense, amongst politicians and, you know, go watch the Cat Williams interview. It's got 50 million views in 2 weeks. Yeah, I've seen clips of it. He has a go at like Kevin Hart, people like that. Politicians don't know shit. That's what I mean. They're like the faces, they're like puppets, aren't they? They're not like the top guys. They're just like little paid puppets, to like just say any old shit. It's kind of deep, man. Nobody really knows anything. That's what I mean. Some people have said to me, "Oh, what do you think of Javante Davis becoming Abdul?" You know what I mean? Like, what do you think? Oh, yeah, Islam's the truth. Islam. Yeah, Gerald Miller, he became Muslim. Yeah, Islam's the truth. You know what I mean? But what do these Muslims know, or any of these religious people? Like, because like, when you watch videos of like astronomers, they say there's like billions of other planets, that we don't really know about. There's like millions of different moons and stars and suns and shit like that. So if you don't really know, yeah, what is beyond this, Earth, because we can't see it, because it's so far away that we can't see if there's life on other planets. Of course, why would there only be life on one planet though? It's just stupid, isn't it? If we live like a certain distance from the sun, and therefore we're able to get energy from the sun, which has enabled life to come about, why can't there be life on other planets? There's probably other suns that we can't observe because it's so far away. So we don't know a lot of stuff, do we? So why would you try and say this is the true religion and this is how we came about, and God made Adam and Eve in 6 days and he had a little rest on the 7th day, and Moses parted the sea with his rod, you know what I mean? And fucking Adam and Eve were talking to a little snake. You're better off just saying, I ain't got a fucking clue what we're doing here, or how we came about, or where we're going after this. So I'm kind of agnostic, you know, in that sense of not knowing how we came about. It's the unknown, innit? So when, you know, when a Muslim tries to say to me, oh, Javante Davis converted to Islam, it's the true religion. It's, bro, come on. Because a lot of these religious people, their parents were religious, weren't they? So if you're a Muslim, your parents were probably Muslims. Their parents were probably Muslim. Your kids will probably become Muslim, will be Muslims. Their kids will be Muslims. And it's like, just say if I was like raised by a mum and dad who were Muslims, yeah, and my aunties and my uncles and my cousins were all Muslims, and my mum and dad's friends were all Muslims, and I'm a Muslim. Imagine me turning up to like a little family party, yeah, when it's Eid, you know, and me saying, oh, you know what, everybody, I don't believe in Islam. I don't think there's a God. Yeah, I've been looking into a bit of science and I don't think there is a God. You know, I think Islam's a load of shit. You know, I think it's made up. I don't believe in God and I'm gay. You know what I mean? Imagine how that would go down. So a lot of these guys who are Muslims or whatever, Jewish, they just try and like fit in, you know, because they know they'll upset their parents, you know, if they try and speak out against their religion that they were raised in. How was the posse in Dublin? It was fucking nice. So nice, me and that woman, man. It was just, I bumped into a cult member, you know, in Dublin. He came running up to me, shouting my name and that, and we were having a little chat. And he gave me some weed. He gave me like a big fucking chunk of weed. So I took it back to the hotel, and me and this woman was just in the hotel room, you know, just smoking and drinking, and I was so fucking sexually charged up, man. I knew I was gonna fucking lick her out, man. I knew I was gonna fucking eat her ass, man. I just knew it, you know what I mean? So I banged her. Licked her out, fucking banged her. I put on a Be Safe condom, but they're a bit too tight. They didn't really fit properly, you know what I mean? So I had to just take it off, you know, and just fucking go bareback. And I was this close to like nutting in her, you know, and it just feels so good that you find it hard to like pull out. It was one of them, man. It was one of them, you see that? I put one of them on, you know, one of them Be Safe condoms, but it was really tight, so I just had to take it off. But yeah, man, shout out to everyone who's bought one of these as well. There's some more available, you know, via PayPal in my description, so if you want to get involved, get involved. Right, we've got 3 minutes, yeah? 57 minutes. We've got a round of boxing left. So just say what you're saying, innit? And we'll wrap it up on a high. Tying, are you a bowcat? Yeah. A bowcat is basically someone who goes down, you know, like a cat drinking milk. Like goes down on a woman basically. And like back in the day, I used to be one of them guys who were like, I'd never lick pussy. That's disgusting. I'd never do that. But when I was with this woman, the first woman I was with sexually, I was with her for 8 years, innit? You know, after 4 years, I got so sick of her. Got so bored of her pussy, man. You know, looking at the same pussy every day. And she had like a big hole, yeah. And there was like a bit of flesh, you know, hanging out of her hole. You know, because she had a kid and that. And I was just... I had to step it up, man. I had to go down on her, innit? And just try and spice it up a bit. But in the end, I had to say, that's enough now. I'm going to wrap it up and just move on to another woman. So I got rid of her, but then I lost sort of, you know, access to my daughter. Tyne's baby mama had a big hole, yeah. When she gave birth to our daughter, this fucking black surgeon man sewed her up, you know, wrongly. He fucked up her, he's fucked because she got stitched up. Because when a woman gives birth to a kid, obviously the kid's bigger than her pussy hole, innit? So it kind of rips it. And sometimes the woman's pussy hole and her arsehole becomes one big hole. So they have to like stitch it up, you know, to try and put it together properly. But the black surgeon fucked it up, man, and she had a bit of flesh, you know, hanging out of her pussy hole, and it was a bit disgusting. "30 seconds, come on, give me a banger to finish on. Let's go, let's go, let's go." Shout out to the cult, man. I've missed these streams. I ain't sold out to Boxing King Media, yeah? I'm as real as ever, to the point where I got demonetized, to the point where I got arrested by the police. I had my laptop taken, got treated like a nonce, etc. And I'm still here, man. Still with the cult. Yeah, this is a good little speech to finish on, you know, like Eddie Earn. So yeah, man, you know, when Eddie Earn's trying to sell his shows and that, he gives a little speech, you know, to Coogan or that little Charlie Parsons, you know, to promote his shows. And that's what I've done here with the stream, innit? Yeah, man. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in and who's given me a PayPal. I'm back with the streams, yeah? I'll make some of them public. You know, the ones that are on private. But be safe, everybody, yeah? Be safe. Shout out to the court, man. Real talk. You know, before I go, let me just say, someone said, this is art. And it is. It's art, man. Some of you people who are saying I fell off. I dropped a banger, you know, a Francis Ngannou Joshua video. It was quite good, wasn't it? I've still got it, man. Don't fucking sleep on me, man. Be safe, everybody. Be safe.